What's up, fellow gamers? Kent here with Corsby Gaming. This video is a game review of Dead Cells, which came out a couple years ago but has had a few substantial updates since then and is available to download for all the major consoles. Before we get into the game though, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, that way you can catch more videos like this in the future. So Dead Cells is an action platformer game that falls into the roguelite and Metroidvania genres. It is a frantically fun and fast-paced game that gives you a massive array of unique weapons, traps, and abilities to combat the hordes of enemies that you will face. Fair warning though, these enemies will get the best of you frequently, and the game can be very challenging. But as it is a roguelite game, not all is lost upon death. So the game starts off in this prison. You are an executed prisoner who has somehow come back to life. The storyline is pretty vague and cryptic, so I'll just leave it at that. The starting area displays all the different upgrades you have acquired that will carry over to future playthroughs. Upon beating the last boss, you can increase the difficulty and modify it here. Before you have to face any enemies though, you're given a few random items that you've already unlocked to start off with. These items are low level, so you'll want to replace them pretty much as soon as you can, but once you make your choices, you're off to the races. So each level is a procedurally generated map that is fairly linear with a few rabbit holes containing treasure or secrets. What this means is that each time you play a certain stage, the main markers like the entrance and exit will be roughly in the same area, and the stuff in between like enemies, walls, and items will be randomized. This ensures that each playthrough is unique and challenging in its own way while adding a ton of replay value. This is really an essential component of a roguelike game. Another thing that really stood out to me was how bright and colorful and unique each stage was. This game does an exceptional job at really making you feel the atmosphere and environment. After clearing each stage with enemies, there's a safe base area where you can spend resources and acquire upgrades. The first upgrade option is the Collector. This is where you spend your cells to unlock weapons, skills, perks, and other upgrades that will carry over to future playthroughs even after dying. The next upgrade spot is the Forge. This is where you can spend gold to upgrade or modify your current equipment. After that is choosing your mutation, which is basically just another perk. You can choose one per stage clear and have up to 3 total. Certain perks are more beneficial for certain builds or parts of the game. Last is the Health Flask, which just heals you and refills your flask. After every few stages cleared, there is a boss stage. These bosses are no pushovers and can be major hurdles in progressing through the game. With proper preparation and technique, as well as a little bit of luck, they are beatable and can drop some great rewards. Even if you do die though, you can take comfort in the fact that some of the rewards you have earned will carry over and benefit you and make future playthroughs easier. Also, the fact that a playthrough to beat the game only takes about 30 to 45 minutes is nice. Another cool feature of this game is the stat tracking and progression. At the start of every game in the prison is a character you can talk to that will show you all your stats. It keeps track of basic stuff like everything you have unlocked, all the way to how many playthroughs you've done, times you've died, and how many of each enemy you've killed. Any type of stat tracking like this is a huge plus in my book. So the rating I would give this game is an 8.8 out of 10. I've played this game for about 50 hours and quickly realized that there is a lot more to it than meets the eye. The game is quite simple, yet incredibly complex and deep at the same time. You run around killing monsters, looking for an exit, but there are so many different strategies to achieve that with a multitude of variables thrown on top that the possibilities are endless. If you like roguelike or Metroidvania style games, I would highly recommend giving Dead Cells a try. Well, that is going to conclude this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.